Part 3. In this part of the test, you will hear some short talks. After each talk, you will answer some questions about it. Choose the best answer to the question from the choices printed in the book. You should mark A, B, C, or D. There are 17 questions in Part 3. The talks and questions on the audio will not be repeated. If you want to, you may take notes in your book as you listen. Please listen carefully. Once the audio starts, it will not stop. There is a 12-second pause after each question to give you time to answer. Now turn the page. Numbers 34 to 37.
Listen to a talk in a psychology class. The professor is talking about a research study.
Today, we're going to discuss a research study about the brain. It's really shed some light on how we perceive color. In the study, researchers had infants and adults look for a flash of light in the shape of a circle. They had to visually locate the light as it flashed against a similarly colored background. Sometimes the light appeared on the right side of their field of vision. This side of vision transmits to the left side of the brain, the part where language is processed. Sometimes the light appeared on the left side of the field of vision. The left side of vision connects to the right side of the brain, the side that is pre-linguistic. This side does not use language to process information. Researchers tracked the infants' eye movements and found they did better when the light appeared on their left side. Adults did better when the light appeared on their right side. This suggests that the way adults see color is connected to their use of language, and that babies see colors with the non-linguistic part of their brains. When and how this change occurs, and just what these differences mean, is still unknown. But the study shows that babies and adults process color differently. The difference may be related to language acquisition. This hypothesis is supported by what we already know about language and color, that various languages categorize and define colors differently. For example, Russian speakers define shades of blue that English speakers see as a single color.
Number 34.
What is the research study about?
Number 35.
What did the people in the research study do?
Number 36.
Why does the professor mention Russian speakers?
Number 37.
What does the professor mean when she says,
It's really shed some light on how we perceive color.
Numbers 38 to 41.
listen to part of a lecture in a creative writing class?
As we start the next lesson, I want to read something to you, and it may sound familiar. You are standing in front of two doors. The one on the left is made of steel. The one on the right is made of wood. If you choose the left door, turn to page 93. If you choose the right door, turn to page 112. I expect that some of you might be familiar with this type of story. It's called a choose-your-own-adventure story. Choose-your-own-adventure stories are children's books that first appeared in the 1970s. What made these stories unique was that they were written in the second person, and this made the reader the main character, who had choices that could lead the path to different places in the story. In other words, a reader could read the same book several times, and the story would be different each time. By the middle of the 1980s, these stories were among the most popular selling children's literature in the United States. Yet, as the saying goes, what goes up must come down. By the middle of the 1990s, the popularity of these stories had declined. Today, choose-your-own-adventure stories are increasing in popularity once again, as parents who remember the stories from their childhood introduce these books to their children.
Number 38.
What is the talk mainly about?
Number 39.
Why does the speaker read to the class?
Number 40.
What is special about the stories described in the talk?
Number 41.
What does the professor mean when she says,
Yet, as the saying goes, what goes up must come down.
Numbers 42 to 46. Listen to a presentation at a local company.
Good afternoon. I've got great news to announce. D&J Marketing has finally signed a contract to acquire Bradshaw Advertising. As of today, the two companies have officially merged, but will keep the name D&J Marketing. Don't worry, there won't be any layoffs. In fact, this is an opportunity for D&J to expand. We plan to hire 50 new employees over the coming year. Our goal is to combine the two companies in a way that takes advantage of our strengths and resources. To this end, we've created a transition task force to guide us through this time of change. The task force, led by Larry Johnson, Bradshaw's former Vice President of Human Resources, is made up of personnel from both companies. The task force will coordinate the reorganization of our departments. There are many details to work out, but we know that the company headquarters will remain here in New York. The only big shift is that all production and publication operations will be moved to Bradshaw's old headquarters in Texas. Although it won't be mandatory, there'll be incentives for some employees from both companies to relocate to the different offices. I'd also like to take this opportunity to thank Margaret Lomax for her role in making this merger happen. As Assistant Director of Finance, she worked closely with Bradshaw for over a year on this important deal. It's my pleasure to announce her promotion today to Vice President of Finance. She'll also be a key member of the Transition Task Force. Congratulations, Margaret. Thank you for your hard work.
Number 42. What is the speaker's main purpose? Number 43. Which of the following will most likely be a duty of the Transition Task Force? Number 44. What major change for D&J Marketing does the speaker mention? Number 45. Why was Margaret Lomax promoted? Number 46. Why does the speaker say,
To this end, we've created a transition task force to guide us through this time of change.
Numbers 47 to 50. Listen to a speaker talking to a group of community volunteers.
Thanks, everyone, for coming. I'm really happy that there's such a great turnout for this event. Thank you all for sparing time to help clean up our community and raise awareness about the problems with plastic bottles. So, you've all probably noticed how many discarded plastic bottles there are littering the area. Today, we're going to do our best to pick up as many as possible. So one group, Team 1, will be going to parks and walking along busy sidewalks, etc., to pick up litter. Then we're going to separate out the plastic bottles, glass bottles, and aluminum cans, to see to it that they get recycled. The other team, Team 2, is going to work on distributing materials for our latest public awareness campaign. We've produced brochures and posters explaining the environmental impact of all these plastic bottles, and what's more, the fact that plastic bottles are not only bad for the environment, but also bad for us. Recent research shows that dangerous chemicals can leak from the plastic into drinks, so we're trying to promote the use of reusable stainless steel drinking bottles. Hopefully, this will result in less trash and better health. Okay, so let's go ahead and team up and get started. Team 1, you can pick up bags at the table near the door. Team 2, the promotional materials are right here with me, and I've got maps for both teams. Let me know if you have any questions.
Number 47. What is the speaker mainly discussing? Number 48. What is the speaker's goal? Number 49. What does the speaker imply about stainless steel drinking bottles? Number 50. Listen to a part of the talk again, then answer the question.
Then we're going to separate out the plastic bottles, glass bottles, and aluminum cans, to see to it that they get recycled.
What does the man mean when he says,
To see to it that they get recycled.
End of the listening test.